Hi guys, welcome back to another video. That is so awkward. Hi guys, it's like I'm saying stop. Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, as you can see by the title, I'm going to be expressing to you guys what I really wish I knew before I decided to have a baby. Not necessarily becoming a mother, because I mean that has its own pros and cons, but this more so about having a baby. Not even to say that I don't enjoy being a parent or I regret it. I love my baby to bits. She's brought me so much joy, but I really wish there was a disclaimer, just so you know what you're getting yourself into, you know. And I think it's also because some of these changes are really unexpected and you have to deal with them, some for the rest of your life, some for who knows how long. And these are some of the things that I went through specifically that I do wish I knew before I decided to have a baby. I mean, guys, when you're like, I'm gonna try for a baby, raising a human, and then also the changes that come with raising a human or having a human is something totally, it's something different. I hope that you guys enjoy this video. So let's get this video started. First thing is that what I really saw after having Fafa is that, yo guys, I had a ton of stretch marks. While I was pregnant, I had a ton of stretch marks. And I mean, I'm sure they're not like as many as other people, but I had a lot of stretch marks. Let me tell you something, I lotioned that stomach religiously. From like when I was 16 weeks pregnant, I would say that's when I religiously started, you know, putting on creams and oils and lotions. I would lotion that stomach up like every single day, and I still wound up with stretch marks. My issue really is the fact that those stretch marks don't disappear after you have a baby. They don't just go away. But yeah, my stomach looks like a raisin now. I can safely say that my stomach looks like a raisin, and I can safely say that I'm still working on it, because obviously my stomach didn't look like a raisin before. It's a process, and I was very uncomfortable at the beginning, and I was hopeful that they would disappear, but after a while I was like, Mbali, these are stretch marks. Chances are they will not decrease and disappear. They'll probably be there for a very, very long time. I just accepted that my stomach, or I'm still accepting rather, that my stomach looks like a raisin. I don't know guys, like it's such a difficult thing. I think because that was one of the most distinct changes that I noticed after having Fafa, and it's 8 months later now and they are going nowhere. I am still lotioning them. I am still doing whatever it is. And that's another thing. You know, people tell you, no, lotion your stomach. You won't get stretch marks. My dear, if you are meant to get stretch marks, genetically, if they are there genetically, you will get those stretch marks no matter how many times you lotion. If they are meant to come out, they will come out. Number two, I realized that I was getting, after having the baby, I realized that I was getting mad at Josh. You will get mad at your spouse, even if they are doing everything correctly, even if they are going above and beyond taking care of you. You will always feel like they're not doing enough, especially because the baby, like if you're breastfeeding like me, the baby depends on you, and that takes a toll on you a lot of the times. You feel like this child is constantly here. So even if your spouse is doing whatever it is that needs to be done to take care of you, to look after the baby, changing the baby, everything, you will still feel like, or at least I still felt like there were shortcomings, and I had to keep reminding myself that this guy is doing so much. He's doing so much. He's making sure that I've eaten. He's making sure that I'm napping during the day, and he's looking after the baby. Like, he was going above and beyond, but I still felt like annoyed at him for like little things, you know. And I feel like this is something that they don't tell you. I had to tell myself that, because I found that I was snapping at him, or I would just be sitting alone feeding the baby and I'd be annoyed. I also think it was probably the hormones. When I went online, I would, like, obviously I follow like mommy pages and stuff, and when they do polls, you'd find that a lot of women are actually upset at their husbands, and that's where I also had to call myself back, like, wait, I guess this is the thing and at first I thought it was unique to me, but then when I started realizing that actually it's quite common. I don't even know what causes it. It could just be the exhaustion. I don't know. I mean, when you're operating at like minimal sleep, I guess you're bound to get annoyed. The thing is that, guys, I feel like, people are like, oh, breastfeeding it's painful, but like, then you get over it. I really wish people would have told me that it's tiring as well. I think people don't focus enough on how tiring it is, and they focus more on, oh, did the baby latch correctly? Is it painful? And there are ways to deal with the pain, but the exhaustion, like how do you deal with something that you have to do so often? And I genuinely don't want to lie, I hated breastfeeding. She breastfed fine, and fine, it was me and her having a bond, but I hated it. And the sooner I got done with it, the happier I was to have my body back. I just didn't like the experience. I only did it because I had to be quite honest. And the thing is, people tell you, oh no, breastfeeding is amazing, it's nice, I enjoy it, blah, 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 blah. Like, look, all those things, I get it, it's nice, but I still feel like it doesn't outweigh the exhaustion. Like, I couldn't, the back aches, every 3 hours you have to be here, the nipples are cracking, the baby's not latching correctly, just the whole experience. And I get it, like, I breastfed until Fafa was 4 months. I had already told myself that I'm not getting to 1 year old. I'm giving myself max 6 months. I was able to pump enough milk for her to have until she was 6 months old. It's a job and a half. For the moms that push through and get to 18 months or however many months, kudos to you. But even that mom who only did 1 month, great. For me, I really, really wish I knew that breastfeeding was so exhausting. Like, it was draining, and I didn't see myself doing it for that long, and I knew I wasn't going to do it that long, and I wasn't ashamed that I was not going to do it that long. People tell you there are benefits to it. I can't. My sanity is more important to me, and I hate to put it like that. It was, I don't want to say depressing because that's like a really strong term, but it was a lot on my emotions, and I'm glad it's over because I can't. Number 4, pumping is also exhausting. Like, how, like, yo guys, I was so happy to stop breastfeeding. I was so happy to stop breastfeeding. But when I would go to work and I'd have to pump, admin of washing the admin of having to wash all those bottles and those pieces of the pump, it was too much. This side it's the baby, this side it's the bottles, this side it's I have to make sure that the milk stays in the fridge at work, and I have to make sure that I'm pumping every 3 or 4 hours, otherwise my milk supply is gonna dip. Even the whole idea of milk supply and what, it's just exhausting and it's a lot. I couldn't deal with it, Tell myself otherwise I was gonna leak. Today the milk is not cooperating. The breast milk today I have to wake up in the middle of the night to pump so that I don't lose my supply. If I can calculate, okay, I have to try and pump before I sleep, and I have to pump when I wake up. It's just exhausting because like it takes up so much of your time. So now I have to put aside an extra 30 minutes like before I go to work, and then when I get to work, like before lunch, I have to pump. When I get home, I have to pump. It's too much. I just couldn't deal with it. That's why I told myself, I'm stopping. If this milk supply dies, fine. And I was so happy to have my body back after I stopped pumping. If I have to see that pump again, and I think also because I bought a single pump, child, I bought a single pump, so I'd have to pump 15 minutes this side, 15 minutes this side, another 15 minutes this side, another 15 minutes this. So that was a whole hour that I had to do to pump, and sometimes I only get like a small amount, and also probably because I wasn't consistent with my pumping at the end because I was just annoyed, like I just didn't want to do it. When I decided to stop, literally I was like, nope, I'm done, I'm stopping, I'm done, like formula it is. And Josh was so supportive because I think he saw also how it was taking a toll on me emotionally. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't wake up and exercise. I couldn't, like, my life literally revolved around pumping, especially at work. I was just like, no, I can't. Excuse me. Then I was like, oh no, I'm gonna leak. Then the one group would be like, guys, yo. Number 5 is the mom pooch is actually a thing, and there's a name for it. It's called diastasis recti. I wish I knew this and I would have stopped being so hard on myself. So basically what I mean is that obviously when you have a baby, your abdominals, your abs, they separate because of the stomach obviously growing, they separate. And once you have a baby, some women naturally, it closes together, and some women have to work at fixing that muscle separation, that ab separation, so that their stomach can get back together. So the abs are literally like your corset for your organs, your intestine, I don't know, but that. So they're literally holding your intestines together. So if they're not, there's separation, and there's a test, there's a way to check for it. And I've had the mom pooch for a while. I had muscle or ab separation, which I think is very common amongst people. And I know in the black culture they tell you which is like belly binding, which you have to do, and that thing can be quite sore. So at the beginning, and I did do it at the beginning, but I did it I think for like a month and a half, and I got tired of doing it because it was just sore, especially because of my C-section scar. So I decided no, I'm gonna stop doing it. And then I actually found out that it's a thing. You can actually heal it. You can actually heal the separation by doing exercises. So I've committed to doing exercises every single day. You can YouTube them, and apparently even if you've had a baby a long time ago, you can actually heal that separation by working on those exercises, and they help with, I mean you're not going to lose weight by doing those exercises. You still have to eat good, and you still have to eat healthy and all those other things and exercise, but there's special exercises that you have to do to help repair that muscle separation. And that's what I've been doing. And because I kept asking myself, it's like some women get mom pooch, some women don't. What is it? So it goes with how you heal after you have a baby. It makes me feel better to know that it can be cured and healed, but you obviously still have to put in the work elsewhere, like doing cardio and stuff like that. I started exercising I think at 8 weeks postpartum, and I wasn't too hard on myself, and I took things slow, and I now like go full on hard for my exercises. Exercise 20 minutes a day, 20 to 30 minutes a day. If I'm not feeling it, 15 minutes. But just get yourself moving, work on that core, and it'll help repair that muscle separation. The 6th thing is that I can't hold my pee in anymore. I know this may be TMI to some people, but I can't hold my pee in like I used to. If I need to pee, I need to pee. Otherwise, I'm gonna start again TMI leaking. So I just live with panty liners on now. I had a C-section, but I still suffer from like the pelvic floor. My pelvic floor is not as strong as it used to be, obviously, because you carried a whole human for 9 months. So you still have to now work your pelvic wall. They say you can do Kegel exercises. I do them, but I'm not consistent. I need to do a Kegel exercise, and then I do it, but I'm not like consistent with like telling myself I need to do Kegel exercises, which I probably should, to help repair, my pelvic floor, to help it get stronger. And I'm sure if you had to push a baby out, it's... Fafa woke up, oh my goodness. I was hoping she was going to be asleep for a while before I finish this video. I'm almost done anyway. Okay, Josh is gonna like deal with her while I finish up the video. Like you can work on your pelvic floor by doing Kegel exercises and stuff. So what I was saying is that I can only imagine if you have to push out a baby, how much worse your pelvic floor probably is. worse than mine. Like if I have to, when I go to work, before I go to work, I make sure that I pee. When I get to work, I pee. And when I have to drive home, before I drive home, I pee. I don't want to have anything like in my reserves because that muscle to hold, I don't have it anymore. Okay, I'm not that bad. Let me say, I am not that bad, but I'm just conscious of the fact that I can't hold in pee as long as I used to be able to hold it in for. The seventh thing that I wish I knew before I had a baby was that my emotions would be heightened. I didn't know that my emotions would be so heightened, and I've really found that I'm now so sensitive to a lot of things. And by sensitive, I generally mean like information that I take in or stuff that I watch. Even when I was pregnant, I actually saw that I was very sensitive to, like, I couldn't watch an action movie or like people getting killed. I would just be so sensitive. And even now, after I've had my baby, I realize that I'm still sensitive to those things. I can't watch things like that anymore. And I guess maybe it's still the hormones. It just gives me like, not anxiety, but I can't, I don't know how to describe it, but I just can't watch violent stuff anymore. I don't like watching stuff that like could make someone sad. Like the other week we had movie night and we watched Fatherhood. And at the beginning of the movie, if you haven't watched Fatherhood, I will spoil it for you. At the beginning of the movie where that situation happens, I was just like so sensitive, and there was nothing violent there, but obviously the situation it was a very emotional situation, and I was just like, yo. So I found that nowadays I like consuming content that like makes me happy, and even that's why I got off Twitter for like a while. I used to be like on Twitter all the time, every day, like watching what's happening, not watching, but like looking what's trending, commenting. Twitter in the last year became so triggering for me. I just couldn't, because of, that's what I mean, like the information that I take in now, I just try and filter it. If it's something that's gonna just make me go down a rabbit hole, I try not to consume it, because wow, like it's a lot. And I think that's why I don't watch a lot of movies or series as much as I used to. I prefer to stick to like YouTube videos where things are predictable. I know what's gonna happen. My emotions are like really, really heightened. And also I think maybe the pandemic had something to do with it. The eighth thing that I wish I knew before I had a baby was that I wish I knew that my eyesight would deteriorate to this extent. Like it would deteriorate. It is now in the pits. It is now bad. My eyesight keeps getting worse as the days go by, and I am in denial. While I was pregnant, it was so bad that I had to go get a prescription of glasses. I was in like a casual glass wearer, here and there, but when at the end of my pregnancy, my eyesight became so bad that I had multiple headaches. I couldn't see, everything was just blurry. Wow, I've even noticed that sometimes driving without them, I can see, but I feel like I have to concentrate. I can't like pass it off like I used to, and not necessarily to see per se, but because of the headaches that come with it, I have to. So that's what's happening with my eyesight. Hi! Hey, Papas! Oh, wow, you don't have to be that close.
Eh? Hi, everyone.
You don't have to be that close. Come on. Just don't pull my hair, Nick. I'm begging you, don't pull my hair. Oh, okay, sorry. But yeah, that is it for the video, guys. Let me know in the comment section below what you wish you knew before you had a baby. It can be something positive. It doesn't have to necessarily be something negative. Oh my goodness, this is why my hair is always made up, because not made up, but in like twists or plaits, because madam here pulls them. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me in today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and above all, I hope that you found it relatable. And if you are going to be a first-time mom, I hope this video can sort of give you some insight about what it's like being a mom. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I hope that you enjoy today's video. Like, comment, share and subscribe, and hope to see you in another video. And I love you guys. Say bye, Fafi. Bye. Say bye. Say bye. She's just like, bye to who? Who are you talking to? She doesn't care a damn. Okay, bye guys. Love you.